Hello and welcome to another episode of Race Talk F1 with your boy J Knox, aka J Knox to the world.
And your boy Javier.
Almost messed up my own name, but it's all good because there were a lot of mess ups this weekend across the Formula One race weekend in Azerbaijan, Baku City Circuit.
Baku City Circuit in Baku.
Baku. Yeah, cool. That's what this weekend was. And after I think there was a week, it was like 2 weeks since the last break, since the last
Little
race.
rest.
Little break, little announcement, and that, you know what I'm saying?
A little one. You sure?
Absolutely mahoosive one. So we shoot here at Box Park, right? And Box Park and Silverstone, like Formula One is coming together. This is like a colliding of our worlds, right?
Yeah. It's massive.
Box Park, we announced last week, Box Park is going to be at Silverstone.
Yes, on the inner track as well, right?
On the inner
right
track.
next to the paddock.
Near the paddock. 5,000 cap. Like, it's going to have its own grandstand and you can reserve a seat so you can see everything going on and party in Box Park, in the Box Park way. Like, it's
The Box Park way, mate. It's
the
going to
vibe,
be
innit?
insane. And do you know what? On a World Cup year as well. Oh my goodness me.
Football showing right after the racing.
Mate.
Drinks flowing.
Yeah, it'll be insane.
Vibes
Be
cracking.
insane. I mean, you done the Euros at Silverstone a couple years ago, and it was incredible. Yeah. But doing it the Box Park way,
I know. Hey, that year done the Euros, we had George and Lewis come and sit on the stage and watch the rest of the football.
Yeah,
You
it
reckon
was
we can
great.
get to the Box Park?
absolutely. Let's do it.
Or
Let's
maybe
do
it would be like maybe it would be like Lewis and Charles, maybe. Or
Yeah, Ferrari boys, let's do it. I mean, me and Lewis, that's my twin, so let's
or
let's
just
get
be
it.
the Brits. Maybe it just be
Or
the
the
Brits,
Brits,
innit?
yeah. If we have an England game,
Yeah.
that's it, man. It's game on.
Yeah.
Get all of them there.
Well, it's lights on and away we go today here at Box Park. And yeah, it was a race, it was a practice, it was a qualifying.
Yep,
What did you catch and where?
Didn't really catch practice.
Okay.
Had to watch that back.
Yeah.
Sort of last time we spoke.
Well, let me just let you know,
Go on.
Ferrari did very well in practice.
Yeah, what did you notice from that?
Killing it in all the places it don't matter. Like we've done this a few times. Like you said, do you think practice is important? I think it's important so that I can see Ferrari winning something this season.
Where did Lewis come in practice then?
One practice, they were just killing it, and I was just looking. I was thinking, yo, Ferrari's got pace, really,
Yeah,
boy.
I think it's practice 2, right? They came
Yeah.
first and second.
Yeah, FP2 it was that, but at the same time, it was just also a time for people to make a lot of mistakes. Baku as a circuit, I don't think I remembered. Well, I mean, I know you said this on the end of the last podcast.
Yeah.
Like you said, oh yeah, it's a mad circuit if you're trying to race it like on simulation. Like, yeah,
It's Crash City, bro.
bro.
It's Crash City.
It's like, well, I think you said as well. It's like Monaco Part 2
Monaco Part 2.
because it's so tight and because it's
It's a very technical track. It's a very technical track. And if you ever ask me my opinion on someone, and I tell you Azerbaijan qualifying,
that's when
you know that
find out.
person's got bare red flags, bruv.
Okay. So do you know what? Yeah, if you haven't watched this, like, forget the actual race, just try and go and watch one driver drive the whole track. Now, at the end of qualifying, they showed Lando just driving. They just stuck with Lando. Everybody just needs to go on whatever, YouTube, wherever, and just watch a driver, like driver cam, helmet cam, whatever, go through this whole circuit, one lap. Because watching that just sent me over the edge. I was like, this is mad.
It's insane. Yeah. It's when you get to the castle.
All right. You see this piece here? That's ridiculous. It's beautiful
It's
looking.
so nice, isn't it? It's so nice.
But it's so tight, bro.
It's so tight. I'm telling you, when you race it on simulators, it's crash for me every time. I'll do 2 clean laps. The third one I go down because I'm thinking I'm confident now. I can do it. Boom, straight in the wall.
And I literally think this is what happened over the course of the weekend. And it was interesting because, like, so many people clip the wall. But it's also interesting because you have to drive that close to the wall.
Yes. Yeah.
This race here showed me about precision. I don't even know how they do it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when you're driving down, I got family that come over from the States and they see them driving down these like tight London roads and like you pass people on the roads. And it's like, they're like, how do you not clip the wing mirror?
yeah.
How do you do? I'm like, yo, man, just used to it. I know the car, I know the size of it. As much as I know that you get to know your car and stuff, I just think what they do on those tracks is just, it's sublime watching. I'm not gonna lie.
It is.
Because they are so close to the wall every time. And to make good time, you just have to be.
Yeah, it's true. And sometimes I think like there's only so much the simulator you can actually get used to something. So they don't drive around Baku that often. So when you're doing that small castle intersection, practice is important, you know. Them 60, 70 laps you do in practice is the difference between you crashing every time, right, come race day and not.
So this was the thing, because after practice, when you're in qualifying and every second matters and you're trying to push the car to the absolute limits, I think it's crazy because it wasn't even just those sections that I regard as tight. There were just loads of areas.
Yeah.
And I mean, let's talk about qualifying, because we set records here at Baku. We set a record for Formula One at Baku this season. The most red flags ever in a qualifying session.
I'm telling you, bro, anytime you want to refer to someone as a red flag going forward, it's just Azerbaijan qualifying.
Yeah.
Azerbaijan qualifying. In code. You want to speak in code with your boys? Azerbaijan qualifying.
Q1, Q2, Q3, Baku. That's going to be what it is.
It was just insane, innit?
Yeah.
It was insane. And that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Like, I wish Monaco had more DNFs in qualifying to make it even more lively.
Like a lot of the commentators kept mentioning Baku, you can overtake here, you can overtake here, you can overtake here, which I think is quite an interesting highlight, especially as, to be honest, even the tracks they say you can't overtake at. We've seen some mad overtaking. You've seen Lewis do some mad stuff. You've seen, I think it was Oscar coming from right at the back, and Hadjar, I think, even like on tracks that they say you can't overtake on. So for me, this is going to be really exciting because I was like, okay, cool. So boom, Q1. I thought, let's see what happens. But we had 3 red flags in Q1. And these red flags, I'm talking like turn 1, turn 2, turn 3.
Yeah.
Like, this was mad. But we saw Norris go the fastest. And I thought, okay, cool. This is a representation.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something else that I did notice. In all of the practice sessions, I think the Williams cars were like top 8 in every practice session. So in my head, I was like, man, I have to keep an eye out.
Yeah, they got something about them this weekend.
These, man, just keep an eye out. But I didn't even voice it. I should have been posting this. We'll come back to that. Max, like, obviously, always like, he's up there. And Max has been qualifying like a G. He's been driving like very, very well. This shows like when he's not been driving well, it's been the car.
Yeah.
But we also know we don't see the true Max. He doesn't show all his cards in it.
Yeah.
So he could probably have maybe aced this, but he came second in Q1. So we thought, okay, cool. He's got mad pace. Don't even know where he was in practice. I don't even look for him in practice no more. And Charles Leclerc third. This is in Q1. So I was like, boom.
Promising.
Maybe these practice sessions from Ferrari have shown something. I think Charles won at Baku previously as well. Lewis has also won at Baku previously as well. So we know that these men know the circuit. So I'm like, cool, this is exciting. But I also knew that this is going to be an interesting qualifying because it comes down to when you come out as well.
Yes. Yeah.
Because with these red flags now, okay, cool.
Timing is of the essence.
Yeah, if you don't get that lap in early, it doesn't matter how well you can drive and how well you know this track.
Yeah.
You might not get a chance to put that.
And I feel like we as just the two on the podcast, we always go on about why don't drivers just get out there early and put lap times in.
All the time.
And this is another weekend example of just go out, put a fast lap in, and then you've got some comfort for the rest of the session.
Chill in it after that. Do your thing. But yeah, that's exactly what we were seeing. One of the first things we saw was Pierre Gasly out, right? Yeah, Pierre Gasly out. But just behind him, Colapinto.
Yep.
Out.
Yeah.
Colapinto at this point is what's wrong with British drivers on the motorway. Yeah, I'm just gonna tell you this. When you see an accident over there or a man on a hard shoulder over there, mind your business and keep driving. Because all the time, I can see or lane closure or whatever it is, or this is on the motorway here in England, and you got to slow down. And when you slow down, you realize that you get in this traffic and you're at like 40 mile an hour on the motorway, you get to the incident, and it's just like cars on a hard shoulder.
Yeah.
Or it's an incident on the other side of the carriageway, nothing to do with us.
Yeah.
Bruv, mind your business and keep driving. Because Colapinto's taking his eyes off the road. He's looking at Pierre Gasly to see what's going on over there and lost himself. And that was that.
Right. As a Formula One driver, you just can't do it, right? Like
Bruv.
it's insane. And in Baku as well. Like
It's true.
this ain't a normal track.
I'm here to say, as British drivers, you can't do it. Stop it. Mind your business. Keep your eye on your race, innit? On your drive.
We got to go on Waze and get our candy points, bro, for reporting incidents.
all of that. That is mad. It's like Mario Karts on the road, bro. I don't even know how that thing.
Colapinto just slipped on a banana from someone because, but it's insane. Like on tracks like the street circuits, any lapse of concentration and you're done. And I feel like you have to know that as a Formula One driver. And bad weekend for Alpine, bro. Like in qualifying, both your drivers going out and in that fashion as well. Yeah. Like someone's getting a disapproval at work, bro. Like they're getting in. He's getting in trouble. Yeah. You can't do that.
It's ridiculous, to be honest. But like I said, keep your eye on your own race because this thing's mad. And we saw a few people in the wall, man. I mean, that was one of a few. That was one of a few red flags. Alex Albon, I saw him in the interview afterwards saying, I can't blame no one. It was my error.
Yeah.
There were a few of those, man. Yeah. There were a few of those.
I think even, did Hulkenberg hit the wall in Q1 as well?
I feel like he did. I feel like he hit the wall in practice at some point as well. But this was the thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes people hit the wall, and sometimes we had a few very, very, very tight brushes of the wall. I think it was in Q2, which we'll get to, which was Behrman stroked the wall. It didn't even look that bad. Shaw hit the wall, way worse and got away with it. It was fine.
Yeah.
So it sometimes it's a bit of luck with this thing here, but I tell you what I did see, and I like to see these teammates qualifying close together.
Yeah.
And we get onto him sometimes. But Alonso and Stroll were P8, P9 in Q1, qualifying together and driving solid. If you said to me, like, put some money on who it was that caused red flags, there were 6 of them in Q1 or in qualifying. Yeah. Who was one of the drivers? I'd have probably bet my yard that Stroll was one of them. Stroll,
Colapinto, or maybe Liam. One of them's causing.
And Liam would have been another one, bro.
Yeah.
100%. And this is why I don't bet, because I lose everything.
Right, I got a question for you. So in qualifying, if someone crashes into the wall and causes a red flag, should they be allowed to continue qualifying?
If they can fix their car by the time it's green.
Yeah, you agree with it?
If you can fix the car by the time it's green, calm.
But I feel like you can't cause a red flag and be allowed to then go and you could cause a red flag and then go and finish P1, right?
Can you imagine?
I think that's unfair, personally.
Why?
Because if it's on a race day, you're not continuing to race. You're messing up everyone's flow. I just feel like there's got to be some sort of punishment for causing a red flag. Personally, I know it's the sport and blah 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 blah, but I just feel like you got to be punished for causing a red flag.
Surely the punishment is the fact that you maybe. I mean, I hear what you're saying. You can still go but chances are, if it's a red flag, that your car ain't getting fixed in time.
Most likely, but I think we saw some cases this weekend where red flags were caused. And
man got to carry on.
They've got to carry on, and then they make it through to the next round. And I just feel like there's got to be some kind of punishment for that. I know you've got the cost cap and it's now damages to your team and stuff, but most of the time it's just a quick front wing change, put a new tyre on, they're good to go.
So in track position should just be taken from you.
I think so. I think you just got to get relegated to the bottom of that set. Qualifying set. Because you've crashed.
Yeah.
And like normally it's like, if you've done a lap and you've gone outside track limits, they delete your time for that qualifying.
Yeah.
So how am I now going to crash, cause a red flag, and then be allowed to go back out and be the fastest on track? To me, I'm like, ooh, I don't know. I don't like that bit.
I hear
like
it. I do hear it. But this is the thing, like, it's just the way it goes.
Yeah.
Like, I've
Yeah,
got to this point with racing where I'm just like, it's just the way it goes. I mean, there was a lot of talk, I know on the Channel 4 coverage, they really delved deep into the fact that last time out, I think it was Monza, was the McLaren kind of came and gave team orders because of the slow Norris pit stop to kind of rectify that. And the uproar in it is because it's meant to be just the way it goes. Don't mess with it. So I feel like, well, it's just the way it goes. You smashed the car, you got a new front wing, and you came out and you still managed to drive well. It's just the way it goes. It's just
fairs.
I think there's an element of that for me. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it as long as you can carry on. But I think it just depends on how bad the damage is. But I think
you like it.
I like it because qualifying is all about putting in that best lap.
Yeah. Okay.
If you manage to do that, then credit to you and your team.
Yeah. You like it because it gives your drivers a second chance, innit? My drivers don't cause them type of incidents. I'm just saying.
I just like, man, I like as many man on the track at a time.
Yeah. Let us know your thoughts in the comments about this one.
Don't do all that. All right, Q2 had Hajar run off into the runoff area on the warm-up lap. This was almost like
rolled it back to race week 1.
You know what I'm saying? But at least this runoff area. There's one runoff area in Baku which is very different to Monaco, where as tight as this track is, there are some huge runoff areas.
Yeah.
So there was this huge runoff area, and I saw a couple man go off into this area, do a full, I was gonna say like a U-turn, and then back on track, and it's all right. And then there's other points where man just touch the wall and they're out. So it doesn't even feel fair like that, but it is what it is. Street circuit.
Maybe smart driving. You know, he knows I can try and push it on these big runoff area corners, whereas the other ones you can't.
Yeah, so it's a big decision as well to make when you decide that.
Absolutely.
Because you got to make that decision. Do you know what I'm saying? Certain man didn't make that decision this weekend, but we get to that later. So Bearman stroked the wall, boom, red flag. Charles Leclerc ran, I think he was into the runoff area. It was so much going on, bro. I'll be honest. Piastri slaps the wall at one point. Just sideways.
Lucky to still be in the race, bro.
Lucky to still be in the race. He got a second chance.
He did.
You know what I'm saying?
He did.
Man need a second chance, blood. And then Lewis was out in Q2.
Yeah, and it was it's just disappointing. Well, when I say disappointing, I'm just kind of used to it now.
Fifth time, I think, this season he's failed to make it to Q3.
That's a mad stat, man.
In a Ferrari.
It's just a mad stat for Lewis.
And Lewis.
Do you know what I mean?
For both.
Because I almost feel like if Lewis was in a kick Sauber, there's a high chance he's putting that in Q3 quite consistently.
Isn't it?
Do you know what I mean? Like, that's how I view him as a driver. So for me, it's just Lewis not being in Q3 is mad. But it's getting to the point now where it don't surprise. Like, is it even a talking point anymore if he finishes outside?
It's a talking point because it's Lewis and because he's a top tier driver. But if it was anyone else, we wouldn't even mention it. Bortoleto has been driving well because you mentioned mentioning these teams that are kind of lower down in the ranking, and he's somebody who's been qualifying reasonably well very well for
whole season almost, isn't it?
For what his car is able to do. But more notably, he's been scoring points. He's scored a lot of points this season for the car that he's in, and I think, like, you're right, that's more of actually a talking point. Than Lewis not making it to Q3. Maybe
consistently out qualifying Nico, who we've seen be a podium finisher. You know, but he's consistently doing it, and you know, fair play to him. All credit goes to him.
I feel like since Hulkenberg got his podium, like, it's like job done.
He's chilled now, bro. It's retirement. He's just sitting there. It's almost like he knows that race win is never going to come now. Like, that's a next level thing.
I've got the best I'm going to get.
He's got the best he's going to get. It's like, there's nothing left for me now. He just sits at home, Lego trophy. He's good, man. He's good. There's only a certain amount of drivers that can say they've been on a podium, right?
Yeah, it's true.
I think is he the only one that has a Lego trophy as well?
Yeah, probably.
Like, bro.
No, he's done his thing, man. Q3, specks of rain. I said, what is going on here? Max was like, it's raining. Bro, it weren't raining.
It weren't
raining in it. Like, and then boom, Russell goes off the track. I said, this is just mad.
From Mr. Consistent going off the track is crazy. You don't even see him on race weekends no more.
Yeah.
So for us to see him going off track, it's like, whoa.
We saw a bit more of him this weekend.
Yeah.
We saw Charles hard into the wall. So this is the point I was making earlier. You have to make that decision to go into the runoff area. Now, Charles did that previously. He stroked the wall. I think he went into the runoff area, came back, no problem, Q1.
Yeah.
He strokes the wall in Q2. In Q3, he says, I'm not getting runoff area, and he doesn't make the corner.
Yeah.
Boof, into the wall. Red flag. Mad thing.
It's just another big shame.
But he's in Q3, so at least even if
He's in Q3.
he's in Q3, right? And I can't even remember where he ends up qualifying.
In 10th.
But okay, cool. But, and the reason I threw that out there is because Oscar also goes into the wall. Red flag.
And this one surprised me.
Because he doesn't really make any mistakes.
He doesn't really make mistakes, and he's not. I just felt like the pressure weren't really getting to him like that. I feel like he's just been coming out. You know, he's come second a couple of times, but it's just been, all right, cool. I'm second, but I'm top of the championship.
He's not even under
phased.
mad pressure to do anything this weekend.
No.
It is what it is.
Yeah. So I thought that was interesting.
Smashes into the wall, and so I was like, this is going to be really interesting because we knew that coming into this race, it was all about McLaren clinching the Constructors' Championship. All they needed is a 1-2. I say all they needed is a McLaren finish 1-2 or a 1-3.
Yeah.
And they would clinch it this weekend, and I kind of thought it's going to just happen, to be honest. And this started to make it a bit more interesting.
Yeah.
And with all these red flags, I've got to mention, Max got noted for a red flag infringement. I don't think anything happened.
No, it didn't. Max don't make mistakes, bro.
There was a red flag infringement. I seem to remember Lewis getting an infringement, a yellow flag infringement like a couple of weeks ago, and ended up with a grid penalty, like in a race's time, which I thought was a little bit. But anyway,
I think the FIA is trying to bring some entertainment back for the end of the season. So there might be a bit less stricter on Max.
Let Max do what he likes.
Let Max do what he likes. Entertainment, great for TV. Bring in the championship.
And maybe a race director gets sacked. But hey, we all enjoyed the season. And talking about Max, top tier qualifying lap in Q3 to give him pole position again.
Yes. Yeah.
Lando, we followed Lando. I said to you, we followed Lando on his track, and I was like, "This is a mad track." It was starting to rain. He was still pushing the boundaries. He wasn't like playing it safe. He went for it. I thought Lando's going to be the quickest.
Yep.
P7.
Yes. Wow.
I said, "What?"
Whilst Oscar is watching from the interview room as well. So Oscar's watching it. Man. You see what he does, and then Oscar just turns to the camera. Dirty smug on his face. He's just smiling. I told you to wait and see what happens. Like, he was loving it, bro. Like, McLaren's not even hiding it now, right? The drivers do not want the best for each other.
Yeah, no, that's
and
true.
Oscar was just there like,
yeah,
man.
Mad.
Still in this thing. But yes, and I think there's been a bit of a crazy shift in dynamic. I think a lot of people, previously were talking about, can Lando catch Oscar for the championship? Once he bottled that qualifying session and Max came one, I feel like the whole mentality shift has changed and everyone's going, can Max catch him now? Max catch him now? It's almost like Lando's been forgotten about now in the championship race, and he's still what? 30, 40, 50 points ahead of Max.
Very involved. But this was his weekend to really, really, really just...
It was.
It just was his weekend to really be that guy and put himself back in mad contention.
Do you know what I reckon it was?
Pressure?
No, I reckon McLaren gave him team orders. Can you crash to make it fair for Oscar?
Yeah, like that.
You know they're on this fairness thing, innit?
Retire the car. Retire the car in qualifying.
We got to make it fair, guys. If one does one thing, we all have to do it.
I'm telling you, I'm still with them on this, I'm still with them because they were just trying to fix their mistake.
Yeah.
They weren't trying to make it fair. They were just trying to fix their mistake. And we'll go back and forth on this. So qualifying ended up with Leclerc in 10th after that crash and Piastri in 9th after that crash. Yeah. Then Hadjar P8.
Yeah.
Norris P7. Yuki Tsunoda we've not talked about.
He deserves a round of applause, I'll be honest, for bringing it back because all the talk, he's got the whole, he might not be at Red Bull next year because him and Liam are fighting for the seat. All that talk, man, and it's Yuki Tsunoda, Silverstone's favourite.
I know.
And I think it came at a very, very, very good time for him to get a P6.
Yeah.
But then when you look at the top three, it makes it a bit less impressive for him and a bit of a
go on, who was the top
stab
three
in
then?
the back. So smooth operator, Mr. Carlos Sainz, my bro,
Hey,
came in second. So I love that for him, man. Second in a Williams and qualifying on a track like this.
This was mad.
Wild.
I told you these Williams were quick, bro.
We got Carlos Sainz second whilst Lewis is down in 12th. Maybe Ferrari choose the wrong man.
Ooh. Wow. Is this what we're doing?
It's a question.
Is this what
it's
we're
a valid
doing?
question.
Well, it's what he was saying at the beginning because he couldn't believe what was going on in it.
Yeah. I mean, he knew Ferrari. He'd been there. He had the experience, knows the car, knows the team setup, knows the race engineer, had been putting in decent results for Ferrari. Should they just have stuck out with him? Well,
if we look at this for how the Ferrari is performing, I think we can see it's a lot to do with the car at the moment.
Yeah.
Because I would... In a situation where you've got like Max and Yuki usually qualifying so differently, I can't just say it's car. Because this drive, like one of the drivers pulling out the bag. But when you've got like the Aston Martins, and you've got Alonso and Stroll viewed widely as a bit of a liability, while Alonso is widely viewed as one of the best, and he is one of the most experienced racing drivers. Yeah. They're qualifying together. Then you look at the Ferraris. The Ferraris are qualifying quite close to each other. They're always It's only ever really one place that separates them. So to be honest, I don't know if Ferrari chose the wrong man at all. I don't think so. I just think that Williams are putting in the work. Big up James Vowles.
We love it. We love him on the pod, innit? He's such a guy, man.
What a guy. We've got to get him on some point.
Oh, that would be brilliant.
Got to get a little chat with him at Silverstone next year.
Yeah, definitely.
Because he really, he just quietly works away, eloquently explains what he's been up to.
Yeah.
And boom, Carlos Sainz P2.
Do you know what? Maybe Carlos Sainz is the one laughing that he's no longer at Ferrari. What about that?
Yeah, bit like Liam Lawson's laughing that he's no longer at Red Bull.
At Red Bull.
He's in the racing bull.
He qualified P3.
P3 career best for Liam Liability Lawson.
I didn't even see it coming, bro. He would be the last man I thought was going to be up there.
I was really looking for him in the red flag list.
Bro, ever since these announcements that Isaac's going to be at Red Bull, Liam's doing the business, bro.
He is saying, I'm coming for my Red Bull seat back.
Oh, mate. Well, yeah, great from him.
Yeah.
Great from him. And obviously there's been a lot of talk on his name the last few weeks, dirty driving. I think Carlos even called him out before for that.
Always
Yuki's
that
called
guy.
him out. Always that guy.
He's just that
we
guy.
Said last time, we're referring to him as that guy from now on.
That guy, P3, yeah? All right, cool.
So, yeah, man, great from him. And then we had Kimi.
So Kimi and George, I like to see these cars qualifying together, and they did.
Yeah.
But I would have never put Kimi in front of George Russell.
Yeah. But do you know what? I think maybe the criticism from Toto paid off.
I knew you were going here. I just knew.
We got to stop all the soft error nonsense about babying everyone.
Yeah.
Just call them out.
Yeah.
Call him out.
Underwhelming is what he described his performance last time.
So we've had embarrassing for Isaac, underwhelming for Kimi. We throw them words around. Next week, they just come out and do the business.
Done the business, bro. He drove like a G, and P4, but out qualifying Russell is the big news, I think, for me, for Kimi. And he needs to convert this. I was like, for the race, I was like, he's gonna need to do the business in the race. And here we go into the race, 51 laps around this circuit. And I was like, boom, okay, cool. Like I said, I knew that McLaren needed a 1-2 or a 1-3 to clinch it.
Yeah.
It was looking very, very, very much more unlikely with Piastri in 9th and Lando in 7th.
Yeah.
But here we were. This is what it was. And then we saw the start of the race. So Piastri in 9th. Bro, lights out and away we go.
Go where?
Bruv, what happened to Piastri?
So he's gone early.
Who doesn't really make a mistake.
He doesn't.
Let's remind ourselves.
Yeah. And so you think he's eager to make this up. He's got to put in a shift, but you kind of think you've had a bad qualifying. So let's just relax this first lap. No mistakes. Get out cleanly. Don't crash into anything. Just put in a clean first lap. Play it safe, and then see what you can make up during the race. He jumps before the lights go out and full starts.
Well, and I don't even know what he does because he also then then he catches himself.
Yeah.
So and then he also almost stalls the car.
So that's basically what he done. So he full started, brakes, stops the car, puts the anti-stall back on because that's what you're like supposed to do before you go off again.
Okay.
He's put the anti-stall back on, and then obviously the lights have gone off, and he's just caught in the middle of doing everything. So then he's like trying to go. He can't go because the anti-stall's on, and it's almost like the handbrake's still up, basically.
Yeah.
And then he turns it off, and he's able to go. But whilst you're working out all of that and pushing all them buttons, everyone's just shoom, shoom, shoom,
P9 to P20. In the meantime, he's messed up Alonso, who's right behind him on the grid, who's reacted to his false start and also false started.
Yeah. So again, do you think that's fair? So you know in like athletics, for example, if one person full starts, it's only that person, right? Like, isn't it the first person that goes that gets...
They get disqualified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in Formula One, should the person behind you, if they full started...
Bruv, no one told you to watch. No one told you to watch Oscar. Watch the lights. That's what the lights are there for. It's not go when the man in front of you goes. It's go when the lights go out. And an experienced Alonso, I thought, would have had his eye on the lights, not on the car in front.
Rookie mistake, innit?
That was a rookie mistake. So he knows what it is. When they told him over the radio, he goes, yeah, sorry, I reacted to... He knew what it was. Because I reacted to Oscar. But he got a 5-second penalty for that. But at least he managed to keep racing.
Yes.
Whereby, because the other thing that he could have done is just gone straight into the back of Oscar.
Easily.
Because that's dangerous. Or like even trying to get around him, like it's just mad. You ain't got time to check the mirror and then work out what you're doing. And then so that was Alonso right behind him. So now Oscar is P20. So now he's got some overtaking to do. Now, I'll be honest, when I saw him P20, I was a little bit excited. I was like, this is going to be fun. We've seen man like Max, we've seen man like Lewis, we've seen these men come from the back of the pack and expertly drive.
Carve everyone out. Open them up like a tin of tuna, bro.
So this is what I'm trying to say. I believe that Oscar Piastri's got this about him. So I was like, are we going to see some overtaking today?
Yeah.
First opportunity. I'm trying to hype this, but bruv, he chooses no runoff area. He chooses to go around the outside. He goes into the wall.
Desperation, innit?
Bruv.
Desperation.
This was just Oscar, you got away with one in by crashing in Q3 and still being able to carry on racing. Yeah. My Lord, what happened? Messes up the start and then crashes into the wall.
Going way too fast.
Lap one. He didn't even want to watch the rest of the race with the rest of the team, you know. There was a shot of him halfway through the race. He's watching it on his phone.
Bro, I found it was crazy. It was crazy. Would you think he was too scared to go back?
No, I just think he don't want to. There's no one chat to me in it. Like no one chat to me. I feel like this is how you'd be. if you as a driver and this happened to you, bro, you don't like just no one chat.
Yeah,
to me.
I am like that.
Just no one. In fact, I'm not even going to give you the chance. I'll just sit in a quiet spot on my own and watch it on my phone.
Yeah.
I don't want no pit wall. I don't want because if that means I'd love to see everyone else's times, but if that means you man are going to chat to me, I don't want to hear nothing from no one. Don't want no pat on the back. Don't want no. Don't worry. There's several more races to come. I don't want nothing from no one. Just don't Chat to me.
The only thing he did want was his phone. How did these drivers keep getting their phone? They're in
I know.
Leclerc was on a hill.
I know, on his phone.
How are they getting their phones, bro?
Man just rolling with their phones, like bringing their phones out. I don't even know where it is. But yeah, he had his phone in some random spot in the track because he looked like he was sat like where one of the marshals was meant to be sitting.
I want to know how much their assistants get paid to
their
run
phone to
them
them.
phones, bro.
Yeah.
I find it mad. But
So that happened. Then we had obviously a red flag. I thought Lando was poor on the restart when Max got off to he sets it off for the restart, accelerates away, and I think one of the commentators was like, "Wake up, Lando!" Like it was like, "Come on, bro! Like this is your chance now." There was a point where Antonelli I thought looked really up for it.
Yeah, he overtook Russell on lap 7.
7. It was. I think he took fastest lap as well. I
Yeah.
said, Kimmy, what's going on?
Yeah, he looked violent that day. Like he looked ready. Like because when he went past George, or they were kind of like together. He almost pushed George into the wall and wrote him off.
Yeah, he was aggressive with it.
Very aggressive, yeah.
He was aggressive with it, right? Now, Kimmy is there in front of... George is funny, yeah. Kimmy's there in front of George, but behind Liam Lawson. But he couldn't get past Lawson.
Yeah.
George on the radios... I think I can pass Lawson. Like, what are you saying, brother? It's lap 15.
Yeah.
It's early for that talk, you know.
Yeah,
what do you think Mercedes is going to say? Yeah, swap drivers so that you can have a crack. Like, for me, it felt early.
And when everyone's bunched up, that's a very difficult thing to execute on a track like this.
I just thought that is I was going to ask you, is it me or is that like pretty audacious of George? George has got a very, very like passive way of, like, he's not going to say, let me, I think I can pass. Like, I thought it was just a little bit of a sly one.
Yeah. I think he's PR trained in it. He knows how to play the game.
He's saying what he's saying.
He's seen when other drivers have asked, outright, we all call him embarrassing and blah, 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 blah. So I think he knows, let me just do it in a sneaky way.
Yeah, man, boy, you got to wake up a lot earlier for us to not see that one, George. So that happened. Like I said, Yuki was just driving a good race for me. I was just like, this is the Yuki Tsunoda.
Yeah.
What's changed?
Updates to the car, maybe. It's the only thing I can think of. Because I don't think Yuki's ever changed, really. He's been the same.
Don't change for no one, Yuki. Don't change
even
for
like
no one.
when we saw him at Silverstone, right? Like when he came to the main stage, I was almost kind of expecting him to be a bit low energy, a bit down.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, so normally you can tell, like, when a driver's under a bit of stress, you can just see it in him. Yuki came mad bubbly,
bouncing.
Bro, he was just lovely. He's like he had 5 Red Bulls, bro. He's just lovely.
Probably did.
But he was just happy, innit? So it's like, I don't think he's ever changed. I don't think he's felt the pressure.
And he was racing. We did the racing car game on the stage, innit?
Yeah.
He was well up for it, like crashed into everything, but he was didn't he knock the Red Bull over?
I think he did, yeah. He did.
On the stage. Like he's funny.
Yeah, so I don't think he's changed. So the only thing I can think of, it's just the car stuff at Red Bull.
Is what it is.
Maybe they just found an optimum setup from this weekend, and that's worked.
Yeah, maybe he's just accepted it. So he's just I'm gonna do what I do. It's not on me, kind of thing. Carlos Sainz driving a good race, strategically thinking. He was like, "Do not let Antonelli undercut me," innit? Like he was like, "Yo, I'm going for this podium," you know.
You know what? Good on him. Because I love
it.
We love it when drivers sort of take the lead in their own races.
Yeah.
Because then it's like you can see the value that the drivers bring into the team. Like when they're inputting in strategy and saying, "All right, the data says this, but this is what I want."
Yeah.
It's good, innit? And I think that marks like the elite level drivers. Like when you're calling your own strategies and successfully calling your own strategies, I think that marks an elite driver.
That's the difference between a driver and a man that is really, really a Formula One champion driver or a winner. Because there's lots of drivers, but not all of them are winners.
Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there was that. Then we had, I think it was a Hadjar. Was like it looked like he was going to get overtaken. And now this speaks to what you were just saying. Hadjar, as a rookie, was trying to call his own strategy. He was like, "I think we need to pit before I get overtaken here."
Yeah.
And the radio message was like, "We're looking after you.
Yeah.
You know, don't worry. We're keeping an eye on this. we're looking after you, which I just thought I love this because it's Hadjar calling his own strategy, which you said makes him elite.
Yeah.
And then it's a garage talking back to him saying, we hear you and we've got you in it. Not, what do you want to do then? Okay.
Yeah.
Like, no nervous, like reacting to the drive. Like, nah, we hear you, but we've got you.
Yeah.
Almost just like, trust us. You know what I'm saying? Won't let you down.
I think a lot of teams can learn from racing bulls.
Yeah,
to be fair.
That because that's the kind of communication we want to hear. Ferrari. Speaking of Ferrari communications, right? So towards the end of the race, talk to me about this because you got Charles Leclerc in I think 8th and Lewis in
Lewis
7th
in 8th.
and Lewis in 8th.
Yeah.
So Lewis is behind Charles. Now we don't hear the communication, but I'm understanding there were some team orders that Lewis was allowed to overtake Charles so that he can go and have a crack at Lando.
Yeah.
Who was in a position in front.
So Lando was in 7th, I think. Lewis in 8th, Charles in 9th. Oh, sorry, Charles in 8th, Lewis in 9th.
Yeah. And Lewis had gone long on his tyres at the beginning, so he had fresher rubber.
Yeah.
So it was going to be that he could have more of a crack at Lando. So it makes sense. Like I said, we didn't hear no team orders, but we understand that there may have been some to say, yeah, look, this makes sense, cool.
Yeah.
So Lewis goes and has a crack, doesn't get past Lando. Because this was about 9 laps before the end. But like on that, at what point does Ferrari, or are they meant to go back and say, okay, cool, you've not got past him. Now let Charles back in front. Because I've seen it happen before.
Yeah, all the time, right? I think teams normally are on the radio, right? Sort of well before the last corner.
But at the same time, I thought you can't do this because anything could happen. You had like Lando, you had Lawson, you had Sonoda. Like there was like 4 cars.
A train. It was a big train,
bruv.
It was a big
And
train.
Liam Lawson was leading it very well, I might add. But it was a train. Any mistake could have led to anything happening right up into the last corner. So
it's true.
I was like, you want to be there to benefit from it. But at what point do you get back on that radio and say, yo, swap the positions back? And it never happened.
Yeah.
Do you think it should have happened? Like just by like tradition and by what's fair to Charles?
I think it should have happened. And sort of, I think Charles speaking after the race, he said, you know, they've previously agreed what would happen in these kind of situations and stuff. But as a driver, you're just locked in the race. I think you kind of forget about stuff that happens.
I would remember that I let my teammate pass me so that he could pass the man in front and then didn't pass the man in front. That's not the sort of thing man forgets. Bro.
Yeah, I hear that. As if you're Charles, you don't forget.
Yeah.
If you're Lewis, I think you're
I would have passed you anyway. I was on fresher rubber.
Yeah, that's what I think he's thinking. He's
was gonna do it anyway.
Like, it's just Ferrari, bro. Like, tell Lewis like when you want him to do it. Because if I'm Lewis, right, you're locked in, you're thinking about the driver in front. Like you said, anything can happen up until the last corner. So unless you're kind of reminded, you're just locked in and you're doing what you're doing, right? So yeah, I think it's just bad on all fronts. I think Lewis could have remembered. The team should have said something. But I also just don't think Charles really cared. Because if Charles cared, would he not have jumped on the radio as well and said,
this is
guys,
what I thought.
when are we doing this?
Yeah. I mean, you said that they've got pre-arranged stuff in all of these. There's a lot of scenarios to play out.
It is. And I think Isaac was only, 2 seconds max behind?
Yeah.
So
It's
like,
a
orchestrating this turnover when another driver's 1.5, 2 seconds behind you.
It's a bit mad.
It's a bit mad.
So maybe it just was like it's not that. And like I said, I think Lewis had a chance to pass Charles anyway, being on fresher rubber. So maybe it just was what it was.
I found it nice. So after Charles was very level-headed about it in his interview afterwards. He just said, mate, we're P8 and P9. I don't really care about coming in 8th. Right, it wouldn't have made me happier to come in 8th.
Is it 2 points versus 4 points?
Just don't care, bro. Like, I don't know if the drivers get. I don't know if they get like performance bonus in their contracts or something. Like if they come a position higher, maybe just goes to Lewis and says, "You owe me a nice dinner, bro."
Yeah, maybe
like,
that.
You owe me a STK or something. Like
nicer than
we
that,
drove
bro.
past that on the weekend, right?
Yeah,
their budgets are long.
I know.
I don't know what's popping in Azerbaijan, but wherever the best rooftop restaurant was,
it's true.
Lewis owed him
Sunday
that dinner that night. Yeah, 100%.
Listen, Norris was told at one point to speed up to catch up with Yuki. This is the one other thing I got to talk about. Yeah, speed up to catch up with Yuki, which is a mad statement anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. And bearing in mind, it was like he was dropping away from Yuki, which is maybe more credit to Yuki, or what's going on with the McLarens that are faster than everyone usually, or what's wrong with Norris, number one. So that was to avoid that was for an undercut.
Yeah.
To get an undercut, man has to go into the pits at the perfect timing, have the perfect pit stop, and come out.
Yeah.
Previously, on McLaren's pit stops, Norris had a slow pit stop, which led to all the controversy about swapping him and Oscar.
Yeah.
So they must have practiced a Lando pit stop again and again and again.
You would have thought so, right?
And then a slow pit stop. Not insanely slow, but like double the time it needed to be.
Like 4 seconds, like 4.2 or something.
4.2 seconds. You needed a 2.1.
Yeah.
Double time.
Yeah.
What's going on
And
over there?
McLaren consistently was putting in 2-second pit stops.
Who is on the payroll? Who's the
I'm
mole
telling you,
at
bro,
McLaren?
someone is doing something.
Sabotaging Lando.
Or it's just team orders. We got to do a slow pit stop to
Slow
make
it
it
down,
fair.
guys. Slow it down. Slow it down. We used to do this when we were promoting club nights. We used to tell security, slow queue,
Yeah.
to make it look busier. You know what I'm saying? Slow the queue down.
Oh,
Full
so that's
search.
what you lot do, yeah?
It used to happen. Like you can't just get everybody into the club quick time. Like just need to make it just not too slow. Like not if it's raining and that, but just take your time.
J Knots of the world giving the tricks of the trade out to you guys.
Shh, don't tell nobody. But I think this is happening at McLaren. There's some old club promoters in that team. Yeah.
Oh man.
What a race, man. But it ended up as it's kind of started for Max, pole position and a race win.
Championship dream alive, man. Do you think he does it?
No, I don't think but I think he spices it up, and I think he gives man a run for the money. I think McLaren get themselves back into order, and they're so far ahead. A lot's got to go wrong for a McLaren driver not to win the championship, in my opinion. So no, I don't think he does it, but I think he does better than they're looking at the moment. And Red Bull currently 4th in the constructors. I tell you what, Yuki starts to get some points in and Max gets another couple of race wins. I do think they might drag Red Bull out the mud constructor-wise, but that's at best.
See. Carlos Sainz called it the best podium of his career.
I love that.
So he finished second, just to throw it out there officially.
I love
best podium of his career, he called it. Would you agree?
Yeah. Because it feels better.
Yeah.
It's like Lewis on the podium at and winning at Silverstone. Lewis has won a load of races in his life, but I think that was the race win of his career almost because of how much it meant or how much more it felt like. So for Carlos Sainz, this is it. It felt like he'd been knocked off, like they took the confidence away from him. They've, like you said, maybe picked the wrong Ferrari driver, whatever, however you want to skin it, put him in a car that doesn't perform as well, that was back of the pack, a Williams, and he's come onto the podium like at a time when Ferrari are not up there, McLaren have fallen off this race, and he's up there. So yes, I feel him.
Yeah, I love that for him. Smooth operator. You gotta love it, innit?
Absolutely,
like, just what a guy.
Absolutely, man. And in 3rd place, P3 on this wonderful Baku weekend. Tell him.
Carlos was 3rd. George was 2nd.
Sorry.
George was 2nd.
There you go. Just to put it out there officially. George, who again we saw barely any of the whole of the race.
You just don't see him, and then he just pops up 2nd. And I think I was watching it at one point, right? And obviously because George qualified, what was it, in 5th, right? Or 4th or 5th, wherever he was.
Weren't even looking for him. And
I'm like looking at the scoreboard. What? When did he come 2nd? When was he 2nd?
And this is what I'm saying. There was so much in this race for me to keep track on. It's like it gets like this. It's like it's mad. There's so much going on. But I'm happy. I was kind of looking for. I was hoping that Liam Lawson would have been up there. But Max 1st, George 2nd, Carlos 3rd, Kimi 4th.
It's great. He needed it. Needed it.
It's
he
good.
Needed it.
It's good that he got himself like just kind of converted a good qualifying into a good race performance.
Yeah.
And no mistakes on a weekend where we saw some of the best drivers
Too
making
many
mistakes.
bro.
I just don't know what's going on, because Liam Lawson, also a person who you expect to make the mistakes, he came fifth. Like we didn't see the kind of mistakes that we thought we might see.
These street circuits show who the real drivers are. That's all I'm
streets.
saying. In these streets, bro. That's where drivers are made. Unofficially. That's where drivers are made. You know, we grew up playing like Need for Speed and all of that on PlayStation. Like, it's all about street racing.
I hear it.
That's where drivers are real drivers are made.
The real drivers. And like we said, you know, some of the drivers that were up there in qualifying and that we thought have been driving and seemed to nick results, like the Lance Strolls of the world. Lance finished after Hulkenberg. Lance finished in 17th. Like, I don't know how this race is just a race that looked like it got picked up and put on its head.
Yeah.
I know Colapinto finished, I think, 19th, but I think that's partly Alex Albon's fault for clipping him at one point.
Yeah. Man.
Is that mad? Because Albon finished 13th, but I think he got a 10-second time penalty for that. So
yeah, he did.
It's not his true result.
He did.
What a race, man! There was just bare stuff to talk about. Like I said, a lot of this just goes jumbled in my head.
Yeah.
When you come sit down on a Monday, it's like, what? Did he finish there? Did he finish there? How did he finish?
You got 4 red flags in qualifying, bro. It just throws the whole everything out the window, man. There's too much to remember after that.
6 red flags in qualifying. It was mad.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It was a lot. So yeah.
Another street circuit next, Singapore
night race.
Yeah, night race. One of the Grand Prix I've been to.
One of the ones I want to go to.
So good.
Anything you can tell us about it?
It's just amazing.
Say less.
You know where Silverstone was like a festival as well. Singapore is very much the same. It's very party vibes. It's just beautiful as well. Like, because everything's under the lights and they've got neon lights everywhere. It's just beautiful and it's warm. And it's warm, bro. There ain't no rain in it. It's warm. It's just, as a fan, it's great to go to. Everything is mad super organized. I don't remember there being mad queues or anything for stuff. It was just great. It was great. Singapore's a lovely city as well.
You just love that side of the world.
I do love that side of the world, to be fair. But it's just beautiful. And it's a technical track again. It's a street circuit. It's quite skinny, and it will show. Some drivers will be some red flags next week, bro. There will be some red flags.
Who are really out here in these streets. But maybe they won't be caused by the usual suspects. We'll have to wait and see. We'll be back after Singapore. But for now, that is it for this week on Race Talk F1 from your boy Jay Knox.
And your boy Javier.
And we will see you after Singapore. Make sure you go like, share, and share these clips with all your mates that like Formula One on TikTok, on Instagram, and obviously on Spotify, Apple, and Amazon. But until next week, peace.